Long ago, in a peaceful village near the mountains, lived a man named Jack. Jack was famous for only one thing: his anger. If his wife Lyra forgot to add salt to the food, he shouted. If a cow wandered into his field, he exploded. Even when children laughed outside, he yelled, "Can't you stay quiet for even a moment?" Jack believed the world was the problem, not him. His wife, Lyra, often spoke softly. "Jack, why do you let such small things control your anger?" Jack snapped back. "People must learn manners. If they don't respect me, how can I remain calm?" He never realized that by reacting this way, he was handing his peace to everyone else. One summer morning, a monk arrived in the village. He wore simple clothes, and his face was calm like still water. He sat beneath an apple tree near the well. People whispered, "He speaks very little," but his words reached deep into the heart. One afternoon, Lyra said, "Jack, go speak with the monk. Maybe he can help you." Jack laughed. "What can a monk teach me? He doesn't deal with foolish people like I do." The next day, while Jack worked in his field, a neighbor's son accidentally broke one of his tools. Jack lost control. He shouted so fiercely that birds flew away in fear. The boy ran home crying. That evening, Jack sat alone, his chest still burning. "Why do I always feel worse after shouting?" he whispered. That night, he couldn't sleep. Before sunrise, he walked toward the banyan tree. The monk sat quietly, eyes closed, listening to the morning birds. Jack stood there awkwardly, unsure what to say. Finally, he spoke. "Monk, I'm exhausted. People make me angry, and I can't stop it." The monk opened his eyes and smiled gently. "Sit, my friend." The monk asked, "When someone angers you, how long does that feeling remain?" Jack thought for a moment. "Sometimes an hour, sometimes the entire day." "And when the anger finally fades?" the monk asked. "How do you feel?" Jack sighed. "Empty, tired, sad." The monk nodded. "Exactly. Anger burns the one who holds it, not the one it's directed at." The monk picked up a cup of water. "This water is calm, but if I shake it, you can no longer see your reflection. That is what anger does to the mind. When it's disturbed, truth disappears." Jack asked, "So, should I remain silent when people insult me?" The monk smiled. "No, learn to respond, not react. There is a great difference. When someone throws dirt at you, you can either catch it or step aside. The choice is always yours." The next morning, the monk asked Jack to bring a pot of water and a handful of sand. "Now boil the water," said the monk. As the water bubbled, he asked, "Can you touch it now?" Jack replied, "No, it's too hot." "That," said the monk, "is anger. When emotions boil, peace becomes untouchable." He dropped sand into the pot. "The sand makes the water dirty. That's what happens to the mind when you react." After pouring the water into a bowl, they waited. Slowly, the sand settled, and the water became clear again. "This," the monk said, "is what happens when you stop reacting. The mind settles, clarity returns." Jack sat quietly, realizing he had been boiling his own water for years. Over the next few days, Jack practiced calmness. Whenever someone irritated him, he paused and remembered the monk's words. "Step aside, don't catch the dirt." It wasn't easy. One day, a merchant tried to cheat him at the market. Jack felt his anger rise. He wanted to shout, but stopped. He took a slow breath and said calmly, "I'll buy from someone honest." He walked away. For the first time, he felt peace instead of victory. That night, Jack slept deeply. Then came the real test. One morning, young men mocked him in the village. "Look, the angry man thinks he's a saint now." They laughed. Jack felt the heat rise again. His fists clenched. His mind screamed, "Show them who you are." Then he remembered the monk's voice. "When you react, you give your power away." Jack stopped, smiled, and said, "You're right. I used to be angry. Now I'm learning something better. Confused, one of them asked, "How can you stay calm when we insult you?" Jack replied, "When someone offers you poison, you don't have to drink it." They fell silent. Jack walked away peacefully. Weeks passed. Lyra noticed the change. Jack no longer shouted. He smiled more. Even when things went wrong, he remained calm. One morning, he returned to the banyan tree and bowed. "Master," he said, "I've learned the truth. People never control my anger. My mind did. Now I choose peace instead of pain." The monk smiled. "Life will always test you. Each time you stay calm, you grow stronger." Jack asked, "Will people ever stop testing me?" The monk laughed softly. "When the storm sees you no longer run from it, it stops chasing you." Years later, Jack became known as the calmest man in the village. People came to him for advice. He always said, "Peace isn't found in silence outside, but in silence within." One day, a young boy asked, "Uncle Jack, don't people still make you angry?" Jack smiled. "Sometimes they try, but when you stop reacting, their power disappears. You can't control the wind, but you can learn to sail." Looking toward the mountains, he said, "When I stopped reacting, I truly began living." We cannot stop people from speaking harshly. We cannot stop problems from appearing, but we can stop giving them the power to steal our peace. Every reaction is a choice. Every calm moment is strength. The one who controls his reaction controls his life. So the next time someone tries to disturb your peace, smile and whisper, "I won't catch the dirt." You may not control the world, but you can control how you respond to it. True strength isn't shouting back. It's staying peaceful when the world tries to shake you. The story of Jack and the monk teaches us a valuable lesson. We all have the power to choose how we react to the world. We can choose to let our emotions control us, or we can choose to be calm and peaceful. The choice is always ours.